Good morning from Montreal. And I'm speaking to you today with a great anger and with a great rage. And this is in reference to what happened south of the border in the USA yesterday with the killing of a black man by police officers. And I will tell you the story, but you've heard of it. A black man pinned to the ground with the knee of a police officer, and he complained several times that he could not breathe to the police officer, and the black individual passed away. And this is a very horrible story, a terrible story. I don't know what else to say in my mind. I mean, when we see these acts of savage violence by our fascist police forces, because this is what our police forces are. Please don't fool yourselves in that sense. There, don't think that they're good men. Many police officers. I mean, very, very, very far from that. But I mean, this is nothing new. Whether it be in the USA or whether it be in other countries, the police forces, the police put themselves above the law. They want us to respect the dictates of the law when they themselves are allowed to do whatever they want without any consequences. That is not justice. That is not law. That is barbarism. That is law of the jungle. This is what happens. And I mean, I don't need to tell you, I mean, this is not the first time that this has occurred in the USA. This has occurred all through the years, all through the years. Countless incidents of police officers uh, killing killing black men. And I ask you, whenever was a police officer convicted? I I cannot remember this, because I mean, this is one of the incidents that was very covered in the media. We had a video. We had a video of a black man being savagely beaten by several police officers. We had a video. I repeat again. And did anyone get convicted in this case? No. The police officers walked away again. I mean, what law is that? What justice is that? That, that, that's not law. That's not justice. And like I say, there are countless incidents that I can present. I would be going on. I believe I would be going on for hours if I began to speak of all the incidents. And situation has never changed. It has never budged. The police officers continue to engage in their violent acts without any consequences. I mean, I maybe just will recount you some incidents, I mean, that happened in the year 2014 of violence against black men or black women. And there was an individual, Dontre Hamilton, who was shot 14 times. I repeat you, he was shot 14 times. Then there was the case of Eric Gardner. And this man also, he was put into an illegal chokehold. And we saw that breathe. And he died. I mean, and then we have Tanisha Anderson, 37 years old, who was killed by police officers. Her head her head during excuse me, her head during arrest was slammed several times on the hard pavement. And then we have Tamir Rice, a 12-year-old boy, a 12-year-old boy who was shot down by police officers. These are horrendous stories, you know? And some people, maybe some of these rednecks, these rednecks down south, they will say, oh, but he was resisting arrest. He was doing. If an individual resists arrest, this is no reason to kill that man, unless the police officers really have to protect themselves or whatever, protect themselves in the sense that the individual is shooting at them. That's understandable. But I mean, many times that is not the case. So, I would say, I mean, I go back to the time. I think what we need to see in the United States, I mean, is a resurgence of the Black Panther movement that we saw in the 60s. Yes, a resurgence of the Black Panther movement or whatever. A movement which was strong, which was militant, and would not take any shit from the police force and from the. This is we need strong militant organizations. And I am not talking about violence here. I am not talking about guns when I say militant. I'm talking about standing up for your rights, for your human rights. This cannot continue. This type of behavior by police forces should not be allowed. They should be held accountable because they are criminals. And okay, thank you very much.